Across the world, immigration is no longer just a question of border control or national security. It has become a key part of how countries plan for their economic future, social stability, and long term prosperity. As workforces shrink, populations age, and industries face critical labor shortages, countries like Germany and Australia are recognizing that welcoming newcomers is not just beneficial, it's essential. These two nations are now leading the way in reforming immigration systems, not only to attract skilled workers, but to ensure they can thrive, contribute, and fully integrate into society. In Germany, the need for reform is urgent. The country has one of the oldest populations in the world, with a median age of nearly 46. The German birth rate has remained below the replacement level for decades, and the shortage of workers is becoming more severe each year. According to the German Federal Employment Agency, there are currently over 1.8 million job vacancies, especially in healthcare, IT, engineering, and skilled trades. In response, Germany introduced a wide ranging reform of its immigration system in 2023 and 2024, including the development of a new points based model inspired by systems in Canada and New Zealand. This model ranks applicants based on education, work experience, age, language ability, and other criteria, allowing those who meet the standards to enter even without a job offer. Germany's new Opportunity Card allows skilled individuals from outside the EU to come to Germany for up to 1 year to look for work, provided they can support themselves financially during that time. Alongside this shift, the German government is making it much easier for foreign qualifications and degrees to be recognized, one of the biggest hurdles that previously kept skilled migrants out of their professions. In the past, doctors, nurses, and engineers might have waited years to receive the necessary approvals to work in their field. Now, processing times are being shortened and support systems are being expanded to help with retraining or bridging qualifications when needed. The government has also invested in expanding language courses, integration programs, and digital platforms to streamline the application process and reduce bureaucratic obstacles. These efforts are part of a broader recognition that it's not enough to bring people in, they must also be given the tools to succeed. Australia, too, is undergoing a major transformation in its approach to immigration. Known for its strict but effective skills-based immigration system, Australia has long relied on migrants to support its economy. But in recent years, gaps in key sectors, such as agriculture, healthcare, education, construction, and hospitality, have grown wider, particularly in regional and remote areas. In 2023, the Australian government responded with a comprehensive plan to modernize and expand its migration system. The permanent skilled migration intake was increased to 195,000 per year, and the visa application process was made faster and more efficient. The government also began updating the skilled occupation list more frequently to match labor market needs in real time, ensuring that migration aligns closely with actual demand. One of the most significant parts of Australia's reform is its regional migration strategy. Recognizing that smaller cities and rural areas often struggle to attract new residents, the government is now offering extra incentives to migrants who settle outside of major urban centers. These include priority visa processing, extra points on the skilled migration application, access to special regional visa pathways, and community support services. This not only helps bring much-needed workers to underserved regions, but also eases housing and infrastructure pressure in major cities like Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane. In addition, Australia is focusing on improving the settlement experience for newcomers by expanding access to English language training, boosting mental health and community services, and working more closely with local councils and employers to ensure that migrants feel welcome and supported. What's happening in both Germany and Australia reflects a larger shift in thinking. Immigration isn't just about filling jobs, it's about nation building. These reforms aim to help immigrants not just survive in their new countries, but to build lives, buy homes, send their children to school, start businesses, and become part of the community. This means governments are beginning to view integration as a shared responsibility. Investments in housing, education, healthcare, and social services are becoming just as important as visa policies and border rules. It's a holistic approach grounded in the belief that well supported migrants can become long term contributors and even future citizens. While many countries are tightening their borders and turning inward, Germany and Australia are taking the opposite path, opening up, planning ahead, and building smarter systems. They are doing this not out of charity, but out of necessity, and with the clear understanding that a diverse, skilled, and well integrated migrant population is a powerful advantage in an increasingly competitive global economy. These reforms are a blueprint for the future, showing that immigration, when done thoughtfully, can solve real problems, strengthen communities, and spark renewal. By welcoming people with the skills and drive to contribute, and by giving them the tools to do so, Germany and Australia are not only solving today's challenges, they are laying the foundation for stronger, more inclusive societies tomorrow. This is immigration, not as a crisis to be managed, but as a strategy to be embraced.